Hello boys and girls and welcome back to Art. I'm so excited that you're here. Can you believe that we're in November already? Man, time is flying when you're having fun in art. I know I'm having a good time and I hope you are too. So today, we're gonna get started on our next project. And November's kind of a quick month as far as art classes. So this is gonna be kind of a simple beginning, but because I want to see what you can do, your imagination is going to take over now, and you're going to start to add things to this that you will be creating on your own, okay? But today, what I'm going to do is set you up for the foundation, okay, the beginning part of the project. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into mask making. Now, I know we just came from a holiday where lots of masks are being used, but masks are used all over the earth and for thousands of years to change your character. So masks are used in theater when they want to show a different expression on someone's face. And masks are used in different cultures to represent different people during different celebrations or rituals. So I thought it would be fun for us to dive into mask making, since we're all wearing one these days, right? And create a really cool looking mask out of some simple supplies. So what I'm gonna do is show you the beginning step of kind of how this is gonna work. So for today, all I need for you to do is get some plain white paper, because I found doing this, having a couple examples to work with is going to save you some headache in the long run. So I want you to do a couple sketches today. Now, I don't normally have you do sketches because I want you to dive right in and get started. But today I think it's really important because when you see what I'm about to do, you'll go, oh, I get it. And then you'll be able to alter how you want your mask to look. I don't want you to have a mask that looks exactly like mine, unless if you want to try to copy it step by step. But I want you guys to start to develop your own creativity. I want you to take the things that we do in art and apply them to how you want them to be or how you see them, okay? So I'm going to move the camera down and I'm going to show you the first couple steps. Okay, so let's get started. So for today, take a piece of the computer paper. And this is just that flimsy stuff you put inside of a printer, so it's perfect. And actually, this paper is going to be the perfect size for your face, okay? So just fold it in half, horizontally. Some people know that as a hamburger fold, okay? And a face is symmetrical, meaning it looks the same on both sides. Now, we can later on change that a bit, but for today, let's just kind of get some ideas going. Now, using the folded line, which is going to be the center of the face, okay, you're going to draw some simple lines that you're going to cut on eventually, okay? So what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to draw it first, and then I'll turn it around so you can see. About in the middle, a little bit further down, put a line like that, okay? That's going to be the bottom of the nose. Actually, I'll hold it like this so you can see. All right, I'll move it down a bit further. Now, draw a curve here, which is the side of a nose, like a nostril. Do you see that? And then bring the line up and stop about there. So what I did was I drew half of a nose. Do you see that? Okay. Now, over here, where the eye is going to be, let's draw a letter V. Okay, pretty easy so far, right? Now, above the letter V, let's put two shapes that look like that. So for your first mask, copy this one, and then you'll see what I'm doing, and then you can change it on your next one. All right? Now, below the nose is the mouth. So let's put a line that looks like that. And again, everyone will have a slightly different shape. okay? And now down below, let's put a line like that, maybe a curve. That's the chin. So do you see half of the face? Okay, so now that I have half of the face, what I'm gonna do is take my scissors and I'm gonna cut on those lines. So I'll start with the nose first, and I don't know if you can, I have to cut it this way, guys. But I'm just gonna go in with my scissors and cut the nose. All right, cut the mouth. Now you're probably thinking, how am I gonna cut that eye out? I'll show you. Cut the little chin here. Okay. Now, when you get to the eye, you want to cut on those lines. So you can't just cut because it's not folded. So just take your paper and fold the eye in half. Do you see how I did that? And just give it a little cut. Now, you're not going to cut exactly on that line. Oh, actually, it's pretty good. But if your thing isn't perfectly curved, just, you know, those are just marker guides. Now for the rainbow, just fold it. And when you open it up, you have it cut. Okay? Now, when you go to open this up, you will see on the other side where you did not draw, you have those cut marks. Okay? So this is the part I think is really cool. I move you down. All right. You can go in and pinch and just kind of crimp the nose and it will pop up. See his nose popping up? And then for the triangles, flip them up. So one here and one here. And then for the arches above, flip them down. And what you're doing is you're creating positive and negative shapes. Do you see that? And now for his lip, take the upper lip and just flip it up. See his mouth open up? And then where you cut that line for the chin, just flip it up. And now, just by cutting slightly, you're starting to get this three-dimensional shape. Do you see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it on the line where it originally was folded. And now what I want to do is to give the side of the mask more shape. I can go in, and this is why you do this after, because you want to be able to see where the edge is going to go after you put the features on. Okay, makes it easier. So I'm going to go ahead and cut on that line. And when I open this up, do you see the beginning of that mask? How cool is that, right? And if you want, you can just, again, like I said, just kind of put a little crimp in the nose, or you can even take your Sharpie or your pencil or whatever you're working with and roll it around the Sharpie. And now look, the nose pops up. Oh, I think this is so cool. All right, so now there is the first design. All right, but what I want you to do is take another piece of paper and try other shapes, and you'll see another face form. So here's another one that I sculpted out, and you can see, compared to the other one here, different face, okay? So what I did was I experimented with the lines on the folded line, and I was able to make an entirely different profile. So cool. Now, once you have a couple of these ready, you're going to decide on the one that you're going to use for your project. And of course, you can make more than one, but in school we're going to do one because we won't have enough time to do multiples. But I have a feeling I think I'm going to do this guy here. Okay? So make a couple of them on the paper, and next week what we're going to do is we're going to transfer our design onto thicker paper. So if you're working from home, we're going to be using like poster board or cardstock, or if you're home, you can also use stuff like these cardboard boxes are fantastic. So, oh, look at this. My kids love these Oreo things, and this cardboard is perfect. So you have a week to grab something like this, okay? Because this has to be more stable to be used for the next step, okay? So for today, work on your sketches, find yourself some cardboard or some cardstock or some thicker paper, and be ready for part 2, okay? So I'm really excited about this project. I can't wait to see some of the things that you guys are creating, and I will talk to you next week. See you soon, boys and girls. Bye.